Hello everyone, if you don't know me, my name's Trinity. This video is going to be me. I am filming with my iPad on top of my bed. And if it's moving and shaking and if it flops over, like... So, I feel like I don't fit into Christianity. Anyways, it's basically because I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the Trinity. I believe in all those things. I am a Christian. It makes me a Christian, right? But I'm just so... I don't fit in with Christians. I can be so very terribly annoyed by other Christians. And sometimes I feel like it's a bad thing and sometimes it's not. I just am not into it. Not into it. And I don't know, and it's not in a way that's like, oh, I don't believe in God and I'm going to be atheist or agnostic or that like that. I am Christian. It's big Jesus Cristo over here and I believe in the power of the Holy Spirit. That's not the point. The point is like I feel like an outsider within my own space sometimes, especially for my viewpoints and especially my viewpoints on like the most controversial one, the LGBTQ plus community. Like, I'm sorry, I don't believe they're the villains that you guys make them out to be. They're not, and I don't feel that way, and it doesn't feel right. And the pastors can be incredibly homophobic, and I feel like they're this false enemy you've created to like pinpoint the devil so they can see the devil, so they look, the gay people, they're wrong, this and that, third. And I just don't feel like that. They are regular human beings like the rest of us, and they're so loving and so kind. All the people who have been kindest to me growing up, all the people who are my friends have been gay people. Oftentimes I have a very instead of the anti-LGBTQ mindset, the homophobic mindset that is very present in church, I tend to have the opposite of that because it just doesn't make sense most of the time, where it's like it's their lifestyle choice, and it's like, well, I think I'm straight and I didn't really choose to be straight. It wasn't a choice. I remember seeing Legolas in the Lord of the Rings and being like, and there was no choice behind it. It just happened, right? And so again, a lot of times I don't buy it. And I think using my brain, like, I believe in evolution, I believe in science, I believe in all these things, and I don't think it takes away your faith in any way. I don't have a literal interpretation of the Bible. Like, I don't believe Earth was created in 7 days. It is clearly a symbolic representation of something, of a pattern that you're going to see within the Bible. And so it has a spiritual symbolism more so than a literal one. And again, like the reason why it's so hard is I feel like Christianity, even though they claim they don't limit God, they do. They try to fit God into a ball to kind of understand God. When like there's a whole book in the Bible that talks about, well, Ecclesiastes says basically like you will never understand God, and that's fine. Like literally that was the conclusion, like, hey, that's okay because you're a human being. You're not supposed to, right? If we understood God, we would be God. That's basically it. And I feel like God is a little more vast than Christianity makes it seem sometimes, and it's very hard to fit in. But this is by no means me not being a Christian. I will be a Christian for the rest of my life. I'm pretty sure of that, actually. But also too, just within Christianity as a whole, like being Protestant versus being Catholic versus being Orthodox, I don't fit within any of those lines either. Because like, on social media, that's another thing. I don't like Christian social media. It's so annoying. I find them to be very patronizing and weird. It's so freaking annoying. I can only tolerate a few people. No, I'm dead serious. Where you'll have like, if there's someone who's Protestant, like I'm Protestant technically, because that's all the churches I've gone to are Protestant churches. But they if you're kind of disillusioned with like some of the messages of American gospel and Protestantism, the Catholics will come, well, that's because you're missing the tradition of Catholicism and all of that. And it's like, I actually don't want that either. So what now? What now? What now? Because I don't want that either. Nope. And there's certain things with Catholicism I don't buy. And it's fine. It's fine. I don't have to, because the system of Catholicism is a man-made system. I don't have to. But if you tell a Catholic that, they might like blow up. Anyways, I'm just kidding. They might not, but like devout Catholics might get a little mean with you about that. So I just don't. And then same with Orthodoxy. There's some things in Orthodox Christianity there, because it's always when you're Protestant, it's always a patronizing. Is patronizing the right word? But it's some like Catholic or Orthodox, like, that's because you got away from the original way of Christianity. And it's just like, I don't really want to be with you guys either. I'm good. I'm so freaking good. But that's just what I've felt like, and I just don't. And I've read my entire Bible front to back, and I just don't know how I've come to this conclusion. But what I do know is I always feel most peaceful when I'm just reading my Bible by myself and it's just me and God. But I do want to be in church. I love church, and I love the community that comes with church. I don't also agree with the Christians who'd be like, oh, I don't have to be in church like this and the third. I think community is important, and church offers community. I don't think that's something you can just blow off. And it's always good to have good community with other Christians, because I do have that, especially Christians my age. I have community with Christians that are my age, and yeah, it's great. It's really great, because I need people to talk to about certain things, and if I can't talk to you about certain things and we're not on the same page, it's really difficult for me to basically survive, I guess you can say, because I can't talk to my parents about those things. They're not in my age group, and they have a completely different kind of understanding of God than I do. But that's just how I've been feeling lately. And it's really hard to like find my space, because there will be like atheists and agnostics who basically are like, well, that's because believing God's stupid. And it's like, okay, that's not helpful either. And now I'm not talking to you. Like, like, okay, thanks. Everything has been solved. Thank you. Maybe it's also having to do with the fact that I'm like 22 years old, and I'm young, and I'm trying to figure out how to navigate, and like maybe it'll pass. But I think I've gone through something like a big switch in my faith that is like, I think gonna last with me for the rest of my life. But yeah, it is really hard, and it's a little isolating, because I can't, any of those major Christian podcasters, YouTubers, like, I can't get with it. I don't want to watch them. I don't like their content. It's really hard to fit into Christianity, because if you have a view that is like a little bit more like, well, I don't know what you would consider politically liberal, you're like shunned a little bit, and the people gonna convince you you're going to hell, or try to condemn you to hell, which it doesn't bother me personally. It used to when I was younger, but then now I'm like, who are you? Like, literally, who are you? Did God tell you? Right. So, again, I think this will pass. I've also gone through like a deconstruction, but I've reconstructed. I haven't just straight up like not believed in God. And I know people are gonna come and be like, well, you don't need to fit into a human thing. You just need to be you and God. And it's like, I know. We know. I know. I figured it out already. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. So revolutionary. I didn't know that. But I am a human being, and human beings like community, and they like being with others and being with people who share their mindset, and who they can go back and forth with, right? And it not be a big deal. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. Little update. I guess. This might get no views. But I had to put it out in the ether. So yeah. Bye guys.